ATC meteorologist Daniel Phillips.
Temperature sitting in the mid-70s across Acadiana right now. 73 degrees in Jenningsville, Platts at about 72, 74 up over through Lafayette, and mid-70s down over towards New Iberia so far this morning. Doesn't actually feel too bad outside. You got a layer of cloud cover. You've got hazy conditions out there, a little patchy fog thrown in the mix out there as well. 74 right now in Lafayette. The visibility out over at the airport is at about 1.75 miles. Plenty of moisture out there that's kind of left over from yesterday's round of rainfall that came on through in the evening and cooled us down a little bit as well. Kind of broke that heat wave up. It really doesn't feel too bad outside. It's about as nice as it's going to feel really at any point in time in July. 92 for the high today. We're going to sit in the mid-90s then on Saturday. You've got the lower 90s that are going to roll on through the weekend. And then by the time we get to next week, we're actually quite unsettled. We'll talk about why that is here in just a moment. For today, though, 92 degrees for that high. It stays fairly quiet out there for the first half of the day today. They'll start to see a little bit of sunshine, I think, as the sun builds a little bit. It'll break through some of those clouds. A little patchy fog. 92 for the high. Pop-up showers with a handful of thunderstorms that are going to bounce around out there. And then your lows tonight are going to drop down to about 75. A 40% chance of rainfall for today, so not everyone's going to be seeing that rain. And I think that if you are along or south of the I-10 corridor, you stand a slightly better chance to see some of those showers popping up. As far as Saturday is concerned, you're going to have a perfect day to get out there and grill just a little bit. Now, it is going to be on the hotter side, but I think at this point we're pretty much used to it. Heat index probably flirting with maybe just shy of about 100 degrees and then getting quiet overnight. So your biggest issue tomorrow really is just going to be the temperatures, a 20% chance for maybe an isolated shower, and a lot of that is going to be confined down to the coastline. Quiet through the weekend. Scattered showers are going to be returning, kind of bouncing back for next week, especially for Thursday when we're going to see quite a bit of moisture arriving in the area. Let's talk about that moisture. Here's how things are setting up as we go through the weekend, and this is why things are going to be a little bit unsettled as we go into next week. For Saturday, you've got drier air that's sitting out over towards the east. This kind of like scoots in here for Saturday. This is why we're expecting warmer conditions and why the rain chance is a little bit lower. Saturday, you get the drier air to come in, but if you notice down over in the southeastern Gulf of Mexico, you do have quite a bit of moisture that's going to be drifting across. This starts to get into the area on Sunday, and you're going to notice the rain chances up 20-30% for Sunday. It won't be too bad, but it sets the stage for the rest of the week when this moisture continues to work its way through. I think you get areas that are going to see quite a bit of wet weather, particularly out over towards the west. The moisture content stays very high. This is what you can expect as we go through the rest of tropical season. These are the first tropical waves that are starting to come through. Now, I don't think there's much development in any of those, no development really at all. But you can start seeing that pattern of these deep plumes of tropical moisture that are starting to creep into the area, creep into the Gulf of Mexico. As those work their way through, they settle a lot of that dust out. They settle some of the drier air that keeps those storms at bay. So these are the first kind of indications that the season is starting to kind of flip on. And it's usually pretty quiet up. June and July on most years are pretty quiet. Now, we've had an abnormally busy year so far. We've already plowed through all the way through Fay. So we're already getting into some of the later parts of the season already here in July. And now we're starting to get into the more active time. I think we'll probably go the next couple of weeks without seeing a whole lot. But again, the early indications are starting to pop up. It's 92 degrees for your high today. Your low tonight drops down to around 75. We've got a 40% chance of showers. It's 6:55 right now, 74 degrees.